Next, let's talk about the multidisciplinary nature of the environmental studies. The environment that we live in affects us in several ways. For example, the water we consume, the air we breathe, the climatic conditions in which we live, and surrounding where we live all have effects on us. In natural conditions, usually living organisms keep a balance with their environment. However, humans in many ways have personalized the environment according to their need with the help of skill and science. But in doing so, we have disrupted the fragile, intricately woven web of life and life supporting systems. All these interactions with environment as a whole are subjects of environmental studies. Therefore, environmental studies contribute a branch of study of inherent and induced changes in the environment and their effect on living beings. Environmental studies cover a large domain of knowledge which deals with every concern that affects an organism. From human angle, this means it is an applied science which seeks all possible answers to make human civilization sustainable on the earth with all its limited resources. It includes not only the study of physical and biological characters of the environment, but also economic, social, cultural, and even political and legal aspects of the environment. Various issues such as clean and safe drinking water, clean and fresh air, clean living conditions, productive land, good quality foodstuff, and sustainable development are dealt with in environmental studies. The need for sustainable development is a key to the future of the humankind. Continuing problems of pollution, loss of forest and biodiversity, solid waste disposal, degradation of environment, issues like global warming and climate change, the depletion of ozone layer, and loss of biodiversity have made everyone aware of environmental issues. United Nations adopted 17 Sustainable Development Goals in the year 2015 to draw the attention of people around the globe to the condition of our environment. It has been decided that these 17 goals would be achieved in the next 15 years, that is from 2016 to 2030. These goals include no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice and strong institution, and partnership for the goals. Next, let's talk about the importance of environmental studies. Now, the environment studies enlighten us about the importance of protection and conservation of environment. At present, due to our aggressive consumerist lifestyle and carbon-intensive industrial development, we have created a large number of environmental issues, both in terms of magnitude, intensity, and complexity at local, regional, and global level. Let's discuss about these issues and suggestive measures for mitigation in the environmental studies. First one is environmental issues are of international importance. It has now been well recognized that environment issues like global warming, climate change, ozone layer depletion, acid rain, marine pollution, and loss of biodiversities are not merely national issues but are global issues, and hence must be tackled with international efforts and cooperation. The second one is emergence of problems in the wake of modernization and development. Development in the modern period has given birth to industrialization, urbanization, modern transportation systems, agriculture, housing, etc. When the West developed, it did so perhaps in the ignorance of environmental impact on its activities. The developing world, however, faces the challenge of developing without environmental degradation. The third one is explosive increase in population. World census reflects that 1 in every 7 persons in this planet lives in India. Evidently, with 16% of the world's population and only 2.4% of its land area, there is a heavy pressure on the natural resources, including land. This emphasizes on the need for efficient management of natural resources for the benefits of all. Fourth one is need for an alternative solution. It is essential, especially for developing countries, to find alternative paths to developmental goals that would conserve natural resources and avoid wasteful consumption. And the last one is need for wise planning of development. Resources withdrawal, processing, and use of products have all to be synchronized with the ecological cycles. In any plan of development, our actions should be planned for the sustenance of the environment and development.